had to honor his word. But the biggest plan God had was to send a redeemer. It took Adam messing up. It took Jacob playing a trick. It took Joseph and Benjamin's brothers selling them out. It took Moses killing the Egyptian and burying him in the sand to ultimately get God's plan. Somebody say, well, where are you going for, Pastor? God had our redemption in mind. You know, sometimes God allows us to go through circumstances and situations that we don't see that are so bright. But what he's doing is he's setting us up for a blessing. He wants to work a blessing in your life. Sometimes we don't see it until we go through.
Well.
Because in order to get to, you got to go through. Can I get a witness in that? There are no other ways around something. God's not going to allow us to go around certain things.
Right.
In order to perform his perfect will in our life. God will allow us to go through some hardships in life in order that he might get us where he wants us to be in the first place. Have you ever made a mistake? Have you ever made a wrong choice? And God allowed you and us to make that wrong choice, but he allowed it, he turned things around in order for us to get where he wanted us to be in the first place. And that was to be at a place where we totally trust him. Not no woman, not no man, not no money, no job. God wants us to trust him and him alone. I want a saint of God. I want somebody here today to be encouraged.
Yes, Lord.
As a child of the King, first, that no matter what you experience, God knows where you are. And God is allowing it to take place in order that you might get where he wants you to be. See, the devil will try to mess it up. But God knows how to fix things. You know, my mother knew how to do that with food. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
She could make something go along with what I thought was junk in the refrigerator. Some old cornbread from yesterday, or a few black-eyed peas left from yesterday, a little corn left from yesterday, a little ground meat left from the meatloaf, you know. Or sometimes we eat ham and just eat it till we thought to the bone. And I looked around one day and saw a ham bone in some beef. Because she knew how to take the bone that I would have thrown away and allow some of the meat on the bone to go into the beef and make a meal. And I tell you, God can turn a bad situation into a good situation if we just wait on it. I think that's why Paul says, and we know that all things work together for good to them who love God, to those who have been called according to his purpose. God is working it out. So here's my word to you. When you're going through something and you don't see how it's going to turn out, you just tell yourself, God's working it out. I don't know how, but God is working it out. What do you have? He's working it out for his glory and your good. He's working it out. I'm a witness that God can turn a bad situation into a good one. And you may not see it until the end. But trust God that he's working it out. Now, that person who doesn't know the Lord, God is faithful. God is gracious. He's merciful. That if you don't know him, that time that you could have had already died, God gave you another chance. That time when you could have lost your life, God gave you another chance. Not because we're so good, not because we're so kind, but God is saying, I'm giving you a chance to turn your life around and give it to me. Somebody here today needs to trust the Lord with your life, your soul. This moment this morning is just for you. If you want to be saved,